Welcome to our channel. October 12, 2025 அன்னைக்கு நடந்த PGTRB Computer Science exam குரிய answer key பார்க்கலாம். இந்த சேனலுக்கு first time வரீங்கன்னா subscribe பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க. bell icon click பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க. அப்பதான் நாங்க போடுற வீடியோ immediate உங்களுக்கு reach ஆகும். Mention the number of pseudo classes that allow to set different styles for links that have and have not yet been visited. இதற்குரிய answer 2. Traffic padding is used to thwart traffic analysis. What will be the output of the following code in Python? இதற்குரிய விடை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா correct option A. The syntax of the include bracket statement. Correctana option D. The whole network is considered one LAN, but the portions of the network separated by repeaters are called segments. Choose the PHP function searches a string for a specific pattern, returning true if it is exists and false otherwise. Correct option D. The smallest individual units in a program are known as tokens. Which PHP function returns a string created by joining each element in the array pieces, inserting the string glue between each piece? Correct option D. Order the given mechanism suggests a separate error handling code that performs the following tasks. B, A, D, C. A network with a bandwidth of 10 megabytes per second can pass only an average of 12,000 frames per minute, with each frame carrying an average of 10,000 bits. What is the throughput of this network? Correct option A. Combination of the best properties of contention and collision free protocols, arriving at a new protocol that used contention at a low load to provide low delay, but used a collision free technique at a high load to provide good channel efficiency. That is a limited contention protocols. Password managers are a software installed in your device to keep password unique, long, strong and secure. The association of an attribute of a program entity with a value is defined as binding. A firewall is a software that provides host-based security. A member function guarantees that it will never modify any of its class members' data. Correct option is B. Identify the more complex and powerful protocol to handle the transmission of electronic mail. Internet Mail Access Protocol version 4. Which among the following data structure in Python uses a key value pair to store data? Dictionary. In CPU, scheduling, when an interrupt occurs, a process switches from running state to the ready state. Identify the term used to define the collection of information stored in the database at a particular moment. Instance of the database. A malware that holds the system by locking users out of their computers or by encrypting their files is ransomware. Data encryption standard, that means the DES algorithm, prevent the below attack. Brute force. In Windows API to establish a memory mapped file in shared memory, which of the following sequence is correct? The correct option is C. Which one is illegal of function declaration with the default argument value? Correct option B. What is the name of the relation which is not a part of the logical model but is made visible to a user as a virtual relation? View. In the following declaration, how many characters creates an array in C++? 4. The type of memory in which cells can be accessed for information transfer from any desired random location is random access memory. It's considered as memory efficient, particularly in situations when the members are not required to be accessed simultaneously. Answer is A. Union. Identify the term that refers if two relations for the given particular data. The correct option is A. Union compatible. What is the function for creating a vertical and horizontal bar plot dot in Python? Correct option is C. The decimal equivalent of 143.8 is 99.10. Choose the construct provided by JavaScript to identify the default object. Correct option is C. Answer is with. The data link layer divides the stream of bits received from one network layer into manageable data units is called frames. The operator precedence for evaluating Boolean expression is, correct option is B. Major features that are required for object-based programming. A, B and C only. Correct option B. A register capable of shifting its binary information in one or both directions is shift register. Explicit conversion of operands to a specific type is called as a type conversion. So for this question, correct option is A. In page replacement, replace the page that will not be used for the longest period of time. Correct option is B. Optimal page replacement. A planar graph is a graph which can be drawn in a plane in such a way that no two edges cross each other. Which header file contains the integer size limits of the system? Correct option is C. The window that provides the Python to execute in an interactive mode is called Python shell. A way to bind the data and its associated function together is called class. In synchronization, the receiver retrieves either a valid messages or a null. Non-blocking receive. A block of PHP code is embedded within HTML using the begin and end tags. Correct option is C. In critical section problems, some of the complexities involved in designing software that addresses the requirements of mutual exclusion progress and bounded waiting. What is the purpose of Skippy.linalg? Linear algebra routines and matrix decomposition. Using operators or function in different ways depending on what they are operating on is called polymorphism. When one entity pretends to be another entity is classified as masquerade. What is a function interface to the compiler by giving details such as number, type of arguments and the type of return value? Function prototyping. Which of the following is true in basic rules for virtual function compiler requirement? They are accessed by using object pointers. Arrays in JavaScript objects are defined by which of the following statements? It is an ordered list of values. What will be the output of the following program in Python print format? Correct option is B, 0.71. The syntax for defining an object of a template class is, correct option is B. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. Pick out the invalid statement from the following. Option is D. The OSI layer, which offer various services including dialog control, token management and synchronization, is session layer. The bus signal used by the DMA controller to request the CPU to relinquish the control of buses is bus request. A member function that is executed automatically whenever an object is created. Constructor function. Identify the state of the system if there exists a set of transactions such that every transaction in the set is waiting for another transaction in the set. Deadlock. The storage elements employed in clocked sequential circuits is called flip-flops. The layer which is responsible for the source to destination delivery of a packet possibly across multiple networks is network layer. Functions are designed for handling a single character at a time in a sequential file input and output operation. Correct option is A. Choose the correct output for the following statement. The correct option is C. Which of the following is true? A private member of a class cannot be inherited either in public mode or in a private mode. External hashing allows the set to be stored in a potentially unlimited space. Name the mechanisms used to grant and revoke privileges in a relational database systems and in SQL. Discretionary access control. In Python, which method returns the maximum recursion depth? Correct option is C. The ACID property of transactions includes which of the following terms collection? Atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. Identify the correct tag from the following. The correct option is D. Which of the interface between front end and back end in a database system? The correct answer is A and B only. So here the marked answer is A and B only. In magnetic disk, bits are stored in the magnetized surface in spots along concentric circles is called tracks. In threading, the entire process will block if a thread makes a blocking system called many to one model. A variable is given one value if something is true and another value if it's false. Conditional operator. Allowing a process to specify the subset of processes on which it may run. Hard affinity. The type of memory used in some large computer systems that permits the user to construct programs as thought a large memory space is available. Equal to the totality of auxiliary memory is virtual memory. Which is the correct order of execution of base class constructor given below? The correct option is B. Which function is used to create a new figure in matplotlib? Correct option is D. A program that accepts a program written in a high level language and produces an object program. Compiler. In Python programming, what operator is used to concatenate two strings A, B? Answer is A plus B. Protocols in which stations listen for a carrier and act accordingly is carrier sense protocols. Which method is used to merge one dictionary into another? Update. An AVL tree is a binary search tree with a balanced condition. The process of executing a correct program on data sets and measuring the time and space it takes to compute the results is called profiling. The passing of data network information down through the layers of the sending device and back up through the layers of the receiving device is made possible by dash between each pair of adjacent layers and interface. What is the default integral value of read in the following syntax enumerator data type? For the given data, the correct option is B, 0. For this question, the correct option is D. Which one of the following method is used to select first 5 rows of pandas data frame? Correct option is A. What will be the output of the following Python code? Correct option is C. Which library in Python contains a collection of generators for many common data algorithms? ITER tools. In Python programming, what does the string.stripe method do? Removes leading and trailing white space. Callback functions is also known as pointer to function. Using Huffman's algorithm on a forest of binary tree will generate prefix code. The procedure to update main memory with every memory write operation with cache memory being updated in parallel. If this contains the word at the specified address is called as write through. What will the output of the following Python code? Correct option is A. The instruction which increments the word specified by the effective address in such case, if the incremented value is equal to 0, program counter PC is incremented by 1. Correct option is C. The PHP file mode R plus is defined. Read and write. The file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. Every device has a dedicated point-to-point link to every other device. Mesh topology. Which command is used to discover information about attributes in a table? Correct option is A. The channel bandwidth is divided into many subcarriers that independently send data is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Bounding functions are used to help avoid the generation of subtrees that do not contain an answer node. Which type of array in PHP uses string keys to access values stored in the array? Associative arrays. In the below code snippet, in which order the margins be added? Correct option is C. Caesar cipher involves replacing each letter of alphabet with a letter standing 3 places further down the alphabet. The basic component used in Feastal cipher is XOR gate. Traffic analysis done on the network affects privacy. Lipos is a platform for lip reading authentication. What value does the following expression evaluate to according to the operator precedence rule of Python? Correct option is D. Choose the property which is used to create rounded corners on any box. Border radius. For this question, correct option is C. In monoalphabetic cipher, the relationship between plain text and ciphertext is 1 to 1. The correct option is B, 1 to 1. For a noiseless channel, the Nyquist bitrate formula defines the theoretical maximum bit rate. Correct option is B. NumPy is short form of numerical Python. A pointer to the function that is to run as a separate thread. Correct option is D. The worst case time complexity for sequential search algorithm with n values is, correct option is A. In priority interrupt system, devices such as magnetic disks are assigned with high priority. An algorithm for a problem that almost always generates optimal solutions are called a probabilistically good algorithm. The degree of relationship type or set is defined as number of participating entity types. Which of the following is the standard mechanism provided by TCP IP for copying a file from one host to another? File transfer protocol. For this question, correct option is A. Which one of the following is a valid numeric literal in Python? Correct option is D. Which of the following index allows the records of a file to be read in an order that corresponds to the physical order in the file? Primary index. In paging, a translation look aside buffer contains page number and frame number. A dead node is a generator node which is not to be expanded further or all of whose children have been generated. Choose the correct option to include audio file. The correct option is C. The dash attribute inside th or td tag instructs the browser to make the cell defined by the tag to take up more than one column. Correct option is B. The print function used to print the entire contents of an array, showing each element and associated index. Correct option is C. For this question, correct option is C. For this question, token parsing. For this question, correct option is C. Main advantages of using assembly language rather than machine language. Correct option is D. A, B, C and D. All are correct. What is the magnitude of reliability test if less the difference between scores obtained on the first and second testing greater? Getting rid of the bad habits or unlearning a wrong method of doing things can be specifically attributed to learning involves reconstruction of experiences. The number of integrated child development services centers has increased from less than 546,000 centers in 2002 to dash centers in 2010, 12.86 lakhs. When Rajaji launched Salt Satyagraha agitation in 1930, the march started from the house of C. Vijayaraghavacharya. Learning is not passive but an active process of discovery influenced by prior knowledge and ability of the learner, said by Jerome S. Bruner. According to Dash, the knowledge is unlimited. Knowledge is not truth, but it is the approximation of the truth. Pragmatists. Which one of the following is a bridge for understanding? Communication. As per RTE Act 2009, Dash record report indicates the progress of the child based on comprehensive and continuous evaluation. CC record. What is the key characteristics of a student-centered curriculum? Prioritizing the needs and interests of individual learners. A system is a set of interrelated and interdependent elements, said by R.L. Ackoff. Who among the following conducted excavation works at Aricamede? Mortimer Wheeler. Find the value of the given data. For that, answer is 1 by 50. Option A. Which one of the following rural development scheme to develop model villages in India? Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad Trophy 2024 for overall winner conferred to Chandigarh University. Identify the portal that facilitates the online courses from class 9 till post graduation to be accessed by anyone, anywhere, at a time in India. Swayam. Which part of the Indian Constitution deals with the directive principles of state policy? Part 4. In what time will rupees 1000 become rupees 1331 at 10% per annum compound annually? 3 years. Find the one which is not used to launch vehicles in space, H or LV. What is the abbreviation for the organization IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency? Which of the following best describes phyletic gradualism? Species change slowly and continuously over long periods. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.